moving to the psychological side of things, obviously some people might have a barrier, which you mentioned about reaching out to try and get some help. And now more than ever, people are in kind of more uncertainty, or, you know, the goalposts keep moving, which can unsettle people. What are the types of things someone should be looking for to reach out? Or like, do you understand? Like, if someone's just feeling a little bit not themselves, is that the trigger that they should be reaching? Like, at what point should someone seek some psychological help and advice?
Great question. I actually get asked that fairly regularly, Peter, and it's been asked of me pre-COVID-19, and I'm sure it will be asked in the future. And I think there's probably a couple of parts to that question. And the first is that for people that have got experience with mental health difficulties, either themselves or with a loved one, they kind of know what they need and they know how to access our services. And despite being in a global health crisis, those mental health difficulties aren't going to go away for them. So in a lot of respects for them, it's seeking treatment and support as usual. There is a whole nother part of our community here that has been impacted by COVID-19, and you talk about, for example, just the uncertainty and the anxiety that comes with the pandemic, that they may never ever have had any experience with mental health, either seeking support or a diagnosis, and genuinely are kind of actually going, do I need help? When do I need help? How do I get help? And it actually doesn't mean that they have a mental health disorder or that they're going to get one. It just means that at the moment there's a lot of symptoms and feelings and experiences for people who we actually say, Peter, are normal reactions to an abnormal event. And that a lot of those feelings doesn't mean that they're going crazy. It doesn't mean they're developing a mental health disorder, but they're certainly struggling, and so that it would be timely to get some support. The other thing we do say is that early intervention is better than cure. And so it's that idea of actually there's nothing wrong with getting some support to get through a crisis, this abnormal time, so that they can actually come out the other side and thrive, not just survive. And I often liken it a little bit to, the safety warnings that comes on when we're flying, which is if you're flying with a young person, be sure to put your own oxygen mask on before you put theirs on. And I think whether you're a business owner or a leader or a manager or a teacher or a parent or a partner, you get the idea. It's basically anyone in the community. If you want to be able to help other people, we have to be sure that we're actually caring for ourselves at the moment and putting our own oxygen mask on first.